Hi there, my name's Anna and welcome back to my art channel. In today's video I'm going to be working on this cute little goldfish using my Ohuhu Alkohol markers. And yeah, at least I think it's a goldfish. It has a really odd shaped bobbly head with these little knobbly bits on it and this big pouty mouth, and I think it looks really cute, and I'm just going to call it a goldfish. I'm not quite sure if it is, I didn't look it up. The reference photo for this is from either Pixabay or Unsplash, and it should be fairly easy for you to find a similar reference photo like this if you want to draw along, which I would really recommend because I thoroughly enjoyed this project. So I've already sketched out my fish, and you can see I am now using my micron pen to do the outlines, and the micron pen is just gliding over this paper because it's smooth marker paper. This one is also from Ohuhu, and I ordered it on Amazon along with the markers at the time. I have no experience with marker paper, but it's working fine for me. It's kind of really thick, smooth paper, like a bit like a carton maybe. Yeah, and now I'm thinking about which colors to use. This is the annoying part of the drawing or painting process, because you really have to think about which markers you're going to need to get them out, and to look at your color swatches, because you can't really rely on the color that you can see on the markers themselves, on the caps. You really need to have your swatches and to kind of think about which colors you're going to use. And you need a variety of different colors from lighter to darker so you can blend nicely. And here I'm doing a bit of swatching and deciding what I want. A lot of the colors are from my pastel color set. The ones on the left that you can see up until now all are. I use the mellow peach, the second from the top, a lot, and then the light orange, and the orange is then from my regular marker set. Those three I use mostly for a large portion of the fish, and then also a greyish blue and the light blue, and then some grey colours. So here I'm starting off using the greyish blue, and I'm working on the tail, and I'm just kind of adding in a little bit of colour on the outside skirts of the tail. And now I'm using some light blue, and I'm going to blend it all into each other. I will first put down a light colour, then a bit of a darker colour, and then I will go in again with my lighter colour to blend the colours into each other. And that works out very well, I think. And just this choice of colour, I mean, obviously I was going by the reference photo, but it just really makes the tail very translucent, and I really like the effect of this. I'm also adding some grey, and then I'm smoothing it out again with a lighter colour, some medium grey, and some light grey I probably also used. And now I'm using my mellow peach as my lightest orange colour here. Oh no, that was actually the light orange. Now I'm using the mellow peach. I think it's that colour anyway, I can't remember exactly, but it was one of my lighter orange or corally colours. And I'm blending it a little into the bluish grey at the tip of the tail, kind of mixing the colours there. And now I'm using my light orange for some of the fish tail. For some of the medium dark colors, I guess. Blending it out with the lighter color again, with the mellow peach. And now I'm using my orange, which in contrast looks really color intensive, and I use it relatively sparingly. Also added in some light gray there to kind of dull down the orange a little bit. And I'm starting to work on the body of the fish, and I'm using a very light yellow. It's not on my swatch earlier, so I can't remember what the color was called, but it was just really light yellow. And now I'm adding some of my mellow peach again along the scales, and now a little bit of a darker yellow, more intense yellow. Going back to my mellow peach and my really light yellow for the lightest parts of this fish body. using my light orange and the darker yellow. I'm switching them so fast I can't even tell you what I'm using. Yeah, but I will obviously use the darker colors for the areas that are more in shadow or more color intensive in any case. Along the scales there I'm using a little bit of terracotta to make those scales look a little more intense and in shadow. Using my colorless blender a little bit there. And back to the lighter orange color. Now I've blocked in most of the body of the fish using the mellow peach and the light yellow. And a little bit of grey at the bottom to darken that shadow area. It's a little bit of a shadow on the top of the fish there, near the top fin. So I used a little bit of grey there and blended it out with some orange. And I'm just using grey in some areas to dull down the colour and yeah, to symbolise some shadow. Blocking in some scales with my mellow peach. When you kind of layer the same colour over each other, you can also get a more intensive colour. And now I'm working on the top fin, using a very light orange again, and on the top my grey blue and my light blue, blending it into each other. A little bit of the medium grey, some more blending the lighter colours. Even a little bit of yellow again, and some light orange. Now I'm repeating the process for the right hand fin. Some light bluish grey, some light blue, some darker grey. I'm just kind of all working it all into each other. Some mellow peach for my lightest orange colour again. It's not maybe not always the mellow peach that I'm using. I might have been using one of the other light colours as well now and then when I say mellow peach. Just go by what the reference photo tells you. And I am so sorry, at this point I lost some of my footage. I think either my phone was full or was, you know, the storage was full, or the battery was nearly empty, and that was so unfortunate. But basically I just repeated the same process that I've been doing so far. Similar colors and the same blending technique. So the left hand fin has a bit more shadow, which I probably added by using the grey to layer over the orange. I think I also added in a little bit of red in some areas to darken the orange. And with the head and those bobbly bits, it's basically for each little bobble the same process as with the fins. So I'd add my lightest orange, then some darker orange around the edges, and then smooth it out. And for the cheeks, I used some neutral and some cool grey and a little bit of pink as well for those really light cheeks. Yeah, here you can see me adding in some cool red and then some more orange to intensify some areas of the fish. And now I'm just adding in some black for the eyes and the area between the lips, and now I'm adding in the black background, which really, you know, adds this contrast and lets the fish kind of just pop out of the page. I really like this effect a lot of the time, and I just think this fish turned out really cute. I'm so sorry about the losing that footage, but I think you can still probably replicate this by just following the process I did on the earlier portions of the drawing. And I just thought it was such a pity to not upload this, because I just really like the way this fish turned out. And yeah, I'm really enjoying my Ohuhu markers, especially in combination with the regular brush markers and then the pastel colors. It just gives me a lot of versatility, and yeah, I think you can get really nice effects with markers. I think this fish looks relatively realistic for that it was done with markers. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Yeah, and I hope to see you again soon in one of my next videos. I have a few marker videos like this, a lot of watercolor videos, some gouache, and some acrylic videos. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!